Okay, what is soil profile? Discuss the soil profile of aeolian soils. By the way, all these questions I'll give you some write-up to help you learn. Okay, so my effort here will be to give you some way of thinking on the question, how to write about it. Okay, so aeolian soils. Aeolian is what? It's a azonal soil, correct? कुछ याद नहीं था. Can you give me 2 examples of aeolian soils? Give me 1 example of aeolian soils. क्या हो सकता है? Loessic soils. कहां पर है इंडिया में? राजस्थान में है. Can you draw that much at least? And any deserts, the margins areas will have some amount of aeolian soils. Okay. And whatever properties you know of the transported soils. Transported soils, they'll have fine texture. Transported soils will not have a thick profile, thin profile hoga. Transported soils, the horizons are not well distinguishable. Okay, because horizons have not very well developed. Okay, plus if they are transported soils, they will be more fertile because of range of nutrients in the soil layers. Itna to pata hai na? You're on. Okay, so what is soil profile? Okay, what is soil profile? You know, the vertical cross section, different horizons. You have got O, A, E, C, okay, and D, C, E, and D. Okay, you have the C, D, and R, regolith. Yes. So you have got O layer, A layer, E layer, B layer, C, D bolo, ya fir D and R bolo. Same things. A and E more or less are the same layer called as the topsoil. Yahan se nutrients are lost, alluviated. B is the subsoil where you have got accumulation, illuviation. C and D are not the soil proper. This is weathered rocks, and this is the rock itself. Again, O layer is the topmost layer, which is litter and the rest. Itna pata hai aapko? Likh dena isko. So 2 paragraphs with a diagram, you are done on this. Now I'm asking you, discuss the profile of aeolian soils. So you can discuss that aeolian soils are one type of transported soils because of depositions by the wind. Okay, they are one type of azonal soil. Jitna aapko pata hai, likho usko. They're azonal soils. They lack horizons. They will lack profile. We have a different type of azonal soils, including the alluvial soils because of rivers. So, ye 2-3 line likh liya aapne. Now, very specifically, what is the property of aeolian profile? Okay. So, what do you think? Which type of soils will have the finest texture? Fluvial or aeolian? Aeolian. That's the important point. So, in general, transported soils will be fine, but aeolian will be the finest. Will be the finest textured. Okay, between alluvial and aeolian, in which case the layers are almost entirely missing. In which case, again aeolian. In aeolian, the layers are almost entirely missing. They are very, very thin. These are very, very thin. The horizons are almost entirely missing. The horizons almost entirely missing. Entirely missing. Achha, agar very fine hoga, I hope you understand it will be more fertile because fineness is responsible for negative charges and they end up attracting more base content. So whichever soil has more fine texture will be more fertile, okay, because of it having more base content, will have more amount of cations. Negative charges will attract more positive charges. Okay, agar fine hoga, what about its water retention ability? High or low? High. So this type of profile does what? This type of profile impacts its water retention. Okay, this type of profile, okay, decides its erodability because very fine hai. Agar dry conditions mein hai, this profile can be easily destroyed. This type of profile is a response agar semi-arid regions hai, and there is water retention along with evaporation, you'll have very high capillary action, which means this type of profile can also have higher salt contents. Because of capillary action in dry condition with water retention, they can have higher amount of salt content. Okay, आपका answer? So add up all of this with diagrams, draw a map. You have, remember Rajasthan I have drawn for you now? Bana lo, margins of Thar regions. Okay, in India, Rajasthan has Aeolian soils. Can you tell me which districts will those be? Jaisalmer, Barmer, proper deserts हो जाएगा. Margins of Jaisalmer, margins of Barmer, parts of Nagaur district, part of Pali district. इतना काफी, that's all. नॉन फॉसिलिफेरस रॉक की थोड़ी बात हो रही है सौम्या. नॉन फॉसिलिफेरस के बात ही क्यों उठाए? These are soils. Fossiliferous, non-fossiliferous depends on are they rocks or not. No, do not do that, Pranjal, because the antisols and inceptisols are actually alluvial ones. Okay, they are found in the Mississippi plains. So Aeolian is not classified separately under the USDA scheme. हो जाएगा अभी आपका? Okay, fine.